Shalom and welcome again to a Hebrew class, and this week's class is Yehuchanan, John 14 verses 27 to 31. So let us first begin. And we like to always show you our Nakud vowel markings with the useful resources and how to appropriate the vowel markings in our readings with a simple process of looking at the letters. But we must note that the differences between, like example, the A or the E, is whether it's a short E sound, like E or E. So you'll see that in the words, long or shorter sounds. So let us now begin. And of course, we're in verse 27, which is represented with a Kaf value of 20 and a Zion value of 7. So we have 27. We'll go through the letters. Shin, Lamed, Vav, Mem Sofit, Aleph, Nun, Yod, Mem, Nun, Yod, Chet, Lamed, Kaf, Mem Sofit, Aleph, Tav, Shin, Lamed, Vav, Mem, Yod, Aleph, Tav, Nun Sofit, Lamed, Kaf, Mem Sofit, Lamed, Aleph, Kaf, and Aleph, Shin, and Resh. Now just looking at the letters, this is a longer A sound, this is a O sound, this is a shorter A sound, this is an I as in E, this is an A, E, E, O, I, E, E, A, E, O, A, E. Right, but of course it's said slightly different, but we will now see. From that, knowing those basic vowel sounds, we go Shalom, meaning peace. Now, in order for us to understand that there's variations of those letters, we have Shalem, which as an adjective means whole and complete, and we even have Shilem, which is a PL verb to repay, to pay back. So Shalom we know means peace. Ani, I, Maniach, leave, or as leave, or like leave, from leaving. Lakem, to you. Et grammar marker, Shalomi. And Shalomi is my peace. Eten, I, that's the Aleph, give. Lakem, to you. Lo, not. Ka'asher, like that. So in the English it is, peace I leave for you. I give you my peace, not like. And I've got here, heniyak is a verb to leave, to place, to deposit, to set down. And the hey, of course, gets dropped off. And that's where we have niach here. The hey is dropped off. Right, and then we already had those, so now we're going to read it. Shalom, ani, maniach, lakem, et, shalomi, eten, lakem, lo, ka'asher. And then we turn to part B. And we have Yod, Tav, Nun Sofit, Hey, Ayin, Vav, Lamed, Mem Sofit, Aleph, Nun, Kaf, Yod, Nun, Tav, Nun Sofit, Lamed, Kaf, Mem Sofit, Aleph, Lamed, Yod, Bayet, Hey, Lamed, Vav, Vav, Kaf, Mem Sofit, Vav, Aleph, Lamed, Yod, Chet, Tav. And it is Yiten. And it shall give. The reason it is because the following word tells you who the it is. Ha'olam, meaning the world. Anoki. Anoki means I am. Noten, giving. With the nun, it's like a participle, but also a completed action. Noten, giving. Lakem, to you. Al, not. Ye bahel, not, and then we've added let not be alarmed. But literally it's just not shall be alarmed, be alarmed. Levav kem, meaning your heart, because we know levav is heart, and kem is you or your. Va'al and not, yechat. Yechat, and not yechat. Right? Va'al yechat, meaning a not shall be or shall be terrified, or let it be terrified. And because that word was a difficult one to find, I found it here. Yechat is a verb to be horrified, to be terrified, and basically, that's a biblical term. In the dictionary, it said it was more biblical usage, to be horrified or to be terrified. And therefore we have, from the previous verse, not like the world gives. Do not let your heart be troubled, nor let it be afraid. And now we're going to read that. And it is Yiten, Ha'olam. Anoki, no ten, la kem, al, ye ba hel, le vav, kem, the al, ye chat. And we're turning to 28, represented with a kaf, value of 20, a chet, value of 8, because of course it's the 8th letter of the alphabet. And then we have Hey Lamed Aleph, Shin Mem Ayin, Tav Mem Safit, Kaf Yod Aleph Mem Resh Tav Yod Aleph Lamed Yod Kaf Mem Safit, Aleph Lamed Kaf Safit, Vav Aleph Shin Vav Veyet Hey, Aleph Lamed Yod Kaf Mem Safit. And we read it. Hello. Now the hey, as it says down there, is a questioning hey. So then you have, because we know lo means not, so it's did not. Shema tem, you hear. Now we know shema means to hear or listen. Ki, that, amarti, I said. Alekem, unto you. Elek. Now, the aleph is the pronoun. So I and lek is a short form of halek, which is down here. And it means to go, to proceed, to walk, right? So I go. The ashuva. And again, the a, the is I, and shuva is to return. I return, and I return alekem unto you. Did you not hear me that I said to you, I go and I shall return to you? Okay, now let us read that. And it is, Hallo, Shema, Tem, Ki, Amar, Ti, Alekem, Elek, Elek, the Ashuva Alekem. And part B, and we have a Lamed, a Vav, an Aleph, a Hey, a Veyet, a Tav, a Mem Savid, a Aleph, Tav, Yod, Kaf, Yod, Ayin, Tav, Hey, Tav, Sin, because the dot's there, Mem, Chet, Vav, Beyet, Hey, Gimel, Yod, Dalet, Yod, Lamed, Kaf, and Mem Sofit. And we have Lu. And Lu can mean if only. If only. Ahavtem. You loved. Because we know ahav means to love. Ot, which is me. Ki, for. Ata. Ata literally means now. If we look down here, ata as natively means now or currently. So therefore for currently or now, tis mechu. So we have to look what's the root there. And it is samach here. Samach, which is the kol verb to rejoice, to be happy. So therefore the pronoun is at the end, and it can be you. It can be you or they, but in this case it seems to mean you because it's talking to the disciples. You shall or would rejoice. And then we have bet ha-gi-di. And the bet, of course, is in, and then the yod is my, and we have hagid. If we look down here at gid, it's a verb to tell, to inform. So it's in my telling. Lakem, to you. So from the previous verse, I shall return to you, if only you loved me, for then you would rejoice when I tell you. Right now, let's read it. Lu, ahavtem, oti, ki, ata, tis, mechu, behagidi, lakem. And part C, we have a kaf, a yod, a hey, lamed, kaf, sofit, aleph, nun, yod, aleph, lamed, hey, aleph, vayet, kaf, yod, aleph, vayet, yod, gimel, dalet, vav, lamed, mem, nun, yod. And we read it. Ki, for of that, or that, holek, which is like a participle, going. For going, ani, I am, L2, ha'av, the father, ki, for, avi, my father, gadol, greater, or is greater, me, ni, literally from me, or than me, is how they normally translate it in the sentence. When I tell you that I go to the Father, because my Father is greater than I am. Right, now let's read that. Ki, holek, ani, el, ha'av, ki, avi, gadol, me, ni. Right. And now we're in 29A. And we have a kaf for 20 and a tet for 9. And we have vav, ayin, tav, hey, nun, hey, gimel, dalet, tav, yod, zayin, aleph, tav, lamed, kaf, mem, safid, bayet, tet, resh, mem, safid, hey, yod, vav, tav, hey, lamed, mem, ayin, nun, safit. And now let's read it. V'ata, and now, hine, behold, he, God, ti, I have told, zot, this, lakem, to you, beterem, when or in before. When before is how I'd like, is best to probably translate it. He-yo-ta. Now the he at the end with the dot is like it, and yot, hayot, or haya means to be. So shall be. it shall be. L'ma'an, so that, or for the sake of, for the benefit of, so that. Now behold, I've told you this before it happens, so that. And down here we've got higit, which is a verb to tell, to inform, and terim, right? Oh, sorry, terem, which is the root there, is an adverb, means pre, prior, before, not yet. So we can understand the meaning. Right, so now let us read it. V'ata, hine, higadti, zot, lakem, beterem, heyota, l'ma'an. And now we're in part B of 29. We have a tav, veit, aleph, vav, tav, aleph, mem, yod, nun, and vav. And we have tavo, which literally means shall come, right? So then we translate it as when it shall come, the ta'aminu, and you shall believe. When it shall come, and you shall believe. Literally, it's and you shall believe. So that when it comes, you shall believe. And the root for the last word there, in there, is, of course, he'emin, which is the verb to believe in. So don't think that the nun is part of the suffix. It's part of the root word, which is he'amin. So therefore, the actual pronoun is only the vav at the end, which can mean they or it can mean you, because you can be plural too. And he's talking to his disciples. So that when it comes, you shall believe. Right, we're going to read that now, and we read it as tavo v'ta'aminu. Right, now we're into 30, and we see that 30 is represented with a lamed. And now we go through letters. Lamed, aleph, resh, bet, hey, ayin, vav, dalet, aleph, mem, resh, yod, mem, sofit, ayin, mem, kaf, mem, sofit, kaf, yod, hey, nun, hey, vet, aleph, sin, because the dot's on that side, resh, hey, ayin, vav, lamed, mem, sofit. Right, remembering that if you see it in white, it means it has no sound. We don't pronounce the sound. And that's why I've put it in white. Right, and then we have lo, which means not. Arbe. Now, in this case, the aleph is the pronoun, which means I, and rebe is the root word, which means to increase. If we look down here, rebe is a kal verb to increase, to multiply, to continue. So, not I increase or continue, od, more, amarim, speaking. Now we can see it's like amar is to speak, right? Speak. Or say. Literally it's saying, more saying. Or they translate it as speaking, but literally it's amar is to say, right? Saying, or imma kem. And of course, im, as we see down here, is a prep with or together. So with you, kem. Ki for, hine, behold, ba, comes, because we know ba means to come, sar, which is the prince. If we look down here, sar, as a masculine noun, can also mean government minister, secretary, prince, or ruler. So they translate often as ruler as well, right? But it literally means prince, because we call our master Prince of Peace, Sar Shalom. Right, now in English it is, I shall not speak more with you, because the ruler of the world. Right, now let us see how we can go with reading it. And we have Lo Arbe Od Amarim Imakem Ki Hine Va Sar Ha'olam. And we have part B, which is Ahei, Zion, Ahei, Avav, Avayet, a Yod, Aleph, Yod, Nun, Sofit, Lamed, Vav, Kaf, Lamed. And it is Ha-Zeh, which is normally translated this, because you would think it means the this, but it's just this. Uvi, and it means and, in me. V meaning in, that's a vet, and Yod is me. Ayin meaning not. Lo for him or to him. Kol. Now kol can mean all or it can mean anything or the entire, right? So anything suits it. So therefore in the English it's the ruler of the world. This, that means this world, is coming. He has nothing in me. And remembering that when it has this, it's like an adjective for world, because adjectives come after the noun, not before it. So the world this is coming. Right, now we will read that. Hazeh uvi ayin lo kol. And now we come to 31, represented with Lamed, value of 30, and an Aleph, value of 1. And then we have Aleph, Kaf Sofit, Lamed, Mem, Ayin, Nun Sofit, Yod, Dalet, Ayin, Hey, Ayin, Vav, Lamed, Mem Sofit, Kaf, Yod, Aleph, Hey, Vayet, Aleph, Nun, Yod, Aleph, Tav, Aleph, Vayet, Yod. And I hope you can see the benefit of going through the letters so that we really get so used to the letters that we don't think anymore. And so we begin. Ak, which can mean but. Ma'an, so that. Yeda, it shall know. Now why is it it? Because the next word tells you why. Ha'olam, the world. So it's a thing, so then it's it, the world. Ki, that. O have loved, ani I, et, grammar marker, avi, my father. But it is so that the world may know that I love my father. Now let's read that. And it is, ak, le, ma'an, yeda, ha, Olam ki ohev ani et avi. And part B, we have a Vav, Kaf, Aleph, Shin, Resh, Zade, Vav, Nun, Yod, Aleph, Vayet, Yod, Kaf, Nun, Sofit, Aleph, Ayin, Sin, Hey, Kuf, Vav, Mem, Vav, Vav, Nun, Lamed, Kaf, Hey, Mem, Zion, Hey. Now let's read that. The Ka'asher. And like that, Sivani commanded me. Again, the ni is me, right? Sava means to command. Avi, meaning my father. Ken, so. Say, I do, because the aleph is the pronoun in this case. I do. And say means to do, to make, to produce. And kumu, you, that's the pronoun at the end. And kum means to arise, to get up, right? You arise. If we look down here, the root is come, which is a col verb to get up, to arise, to wake up, to be established. And then we have v'nelka, v'nelka. Now, in this case, the nun is the pronoun, and it can be we. And laka comes from halak, right, with the hay dropped off, and it means to go. Sometimes they just say lek, and that's good enough to say go. And we go. And it's mi ze, literally from this. Translated generally as from here. I love my Father, and that as my Father commanded me, so I am doing. Arise and let us go from here. So I've also given you sav as a decree, a command, if it's a noun. If it's a verb, it means command, to command. Right, okay, we're going to read that now. And it is the ka'asher, sivani, avi, ken, se, kumu, v'nelka, mize. And now we're coming to the revision, and this is the last of this chapter. So let us see how we translate it. Again, we remember that a kaf is 20, a zayin is 7, so we're in 27. Shalom, peace. Ani, I am. Maniach, as leaving. La, kem, to you. Et, grammar marker. Shalom, me, my peace. Et, 10, I give. La, kem, to you. Lo, not, ka'asher, like that. Translation. Peace, I leave to you. Grammar marker, my peace, I give to you, not like that. Yiten shall give, ha'olam, the world. Anoki, I am no 10 giving, lakem, to you. I'll not, yibahel, shall be, or let, not let be alarmed. And then levav kem, meaning your heart, the al and not, yechat, let be terrified, or shall be terrified. It shall give the world, I am giving to you, and let not be alarmed your heart, and not let it be terrified. And then we have a kaf 20, chet 8, 28. Hello. A hey is a question, so do not or did not. Shematem, you hear or you listen. Ki, that. Amarti, I said. Aleikem, unto you. Elek, I go. Shuva, and I return. Aleikem, unto you. And the translation, did not you hear that I said, unto you I go, and I return unto you. Lu, if only, ahavtem, you loved, ot, me, ki, for, ata, now or currently, tis, mechu, you would rejoice. Behagidi, in my telling, lakem, to you. If only you loved me, for now you would rejoice in my telling to you. Ki that, holek, going, it's a participle, ani, I am, L2, ha'av, the Father, ki for, avi, my Father, gadol, is greater, me, ni, from me or than me. That going I am to the Father, for my Father is greater from me or than me. And we have a kaf, value of 20, tet, value of 9, and we have va'ata, and now, hine, behold, he gidti, I have told, zot, this, lakem, to you, beterem, when before, in before, he-yota, which is it shall be, la-ma'an, so that. And now, behold, I have told this to you, when before it shall be, so that. And then we have tavo, which could be it shall come, v'ta'aminu, and you shall believe. So it said, so we've put it here as when it shall come, you shall believe. And then the lamed is 30, right? And then we're in verse 30. Lo, not arbe, I increase, or I more, or continue. Od, more, amarim, speaking or saying, imakem, with you, ki for, hine, behold, va comes, sar, the prince, ha'olam, the world. Not I increase more speaking with you, for behold comes the prince of the world. Hazeh, this, that means this world, uvi, and in me, that's the yod for me, and not, lo, to him, kol, anything or all. This, and in me, not for him, anything. And now we have a lamed for 30 and the aleph for 1. Ak, but, ma'an, so that, yeda, it could be it shall know because of the next word, ha'olam, the world, ki, that, o, have, loved, ani, I, et, grammar marker, avi, my Father. But so that it shall know the world that loved I, grammar marker, my Father. The ka'asher, and like that, sivani, commanded me. He commanded me. Because when there's no pronoun, it means he, right? He commanded me, and ni is the one being commanded. Me. Avi, my Father. Ken, so. Say. I do, or I'm doing. Kumu. You arise. The Nelka. And we go. Mize, from this, or from here. And like that commanded me my Father, so I do. You arise, and we go. From this, or from here. And finally, of course, we have our vowel markings, which we need to try to remember them. This one, when there's a dot above the letter, it's a cholam, so we know it's an O sound, cholam. This is a shava, which doesn't generally have a sound, but it can have a sound like a short E sound after the consonant. But it's literally a syllable break in the word. Then we have a segol, which has the E sound like se. And then we have a zere, which has the E sound like ze, a longer E sound. Then we have patak, which has a short A sound, and kamat, which has a longer A sound. Okay, that'll do for this week with that. And then finally we have our chart, which shows us the resources again, and also the values of all the letters. Very good chart just to remind us that Zadeh has a value of 90, a Pei has a value of 80, an Ayin has a value of 70, a Samek has a value of 60, a Nun has a value of 50, and we were dealing with a Mem, which has a value of 40. So we'd like to just thank you for joining us, and we do pray these are sufficient for you to get the basics of Hebrew and begin reading the Hebrew and beginning to understand it, because it's all about understanding and getting deeper insights into the scriptures why we do this. And so we just pray you are blessed, and we want to wish you a Shavua Tov, which means a good week, or literally it means a good 7. And thank you for joining us.